The LMC casts a wide net over the Sound Shore to bring you local event info, profiles, and conversations. Recorded in the heart of the village in Mamaroneck Cinemas at the studio on the Avenue, LMC Media brings you the LMC Cast Community Profiles.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the LMC Cast, coming to you from the beautiful studio on the Avenue at Mamaroneck Cinemas. I'm your host, Jason Summers, and I'm sitting here today with a group of seniors from Mamaroneck High School who want to make sure that every child in our community has the opportunity to enrich their lives through extracurricular activities. Jack, Porter, Kate, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks so much for being here. So the project you're going to tell us about today is being done through the OCRA program at your high school. Tell us a little bit about what that is.
Correct, yeah. So OCRA stands for Original Civics Research and Action. It's a 4-year program within our high school. It's considered an elective. And basically the first 2 years, your freshman and sophomore year, is dedicated towards research, and you're researching issues within our town and community. And at the end of our sophomore year, we kind of center in on one issue that we want to focus on and we want to target. And then your junior and senior year, you dedicate those 2 years to sort of fighting that issue and coming up with a project to target that issue.
That's really great. And so now we have to have the big reveal, which is, of course, your project that you've worked so hard to do. So tell us about it.
So we are 3 of the 4 members of LearningLink, which is the name of our project. We connect low-income elementary-age students to scholarship opportunities and extracurriculars in the community. So whether that's technology classes or sewing classes, we try and make sure they can enjoy that type of experience at no cost is our goal.
That's really incredible. And what in your research led you to this? So, because Porter, you mentioned that it took the first couple of years of your high school career to find the issue that you wanted to focus on. What in your research led you to this project?
Well, our community with Larchmont and Mamaroneck, there is a very large income disparity, which we discovered through our research. So there are kids that are able to participate in these activities, and there's kids that are not able to participate in these activities. And we think that income, socioeconomic status should not determine whether or not you can go to a technology class or go to a sewing class. So we decided that LearningLink was what we wanted to focus on and how we wanted to connect these students with these opportunities. And we also learned that the opportunity gap isn't just a thing in the Mamaroneck community. It's in the global and country and all around us. And it affects kids not just in elementary school, but as they move through their life and in college and for job opportunities as well.
So once you came up with the idea, what did you do to put it into practice? How did you approach businesses about jumping into this?
So our first step was business outreach. So we researched a couple businesses in the community that offer the type of classes that we wanted to offer. And we would basically go into the business, explain who we are, what our goal is, and see if they had any classes to offer. And then we also established a relationship with the elementary school social workers to help them, and they would help us pick the students, make sure the ones that need it most are getting the opportunities.
And were those things that you came up with on your own? Were you guided to those steps? How did you come up with that?
Yeah, so our teacher, Mr. Liberti, he guided us through it. We also have a mentor that helped us through this process. But it was really trial and error in figuring out which system worked the best. And it took a lot of practice to sort of get a system down that works for us.
Yeah, we definitely had some failed attempts at systems that were not so successful. There were apps we were trying to create to streamline the process, but overall it really was a trial and error process to see what would be most successful.
And Jack, you mentioned that there are technology classes and sewing classes, so I'd love to give a shout out to the businesses that you have working with you so far, because I think it's a really wonderful thing that they're doing.
Yeah. Make Inspires and So Happy have been a huge help. They've been extremely generous and really the only reason it's been possible to have LearningLink.
Yeah, we honestly can't thank them enough, because there would be no LearningLink if there were not these businesses that are able to offer these classes and honestly work with us, because we are just students that are trying our best to make this process work. And we do have errors and there's mishaps, and they've been so helpful and generous.
That's wonderful. So you've mentioned the mishaps and the hiccups and the mistakes. What is the system now? Because I think what's important in this podcast is that hopefully local business owners are hearing it and saying, well, what if I want to get involved? So the system that you now have in place, now that we're past all those bumps in the road, what do we do if we're a business owner, we're listening to this podcast? What are the steps we take to make this happen?
Yeah, so the steps are you have a class that might not be fully filled, that might have 1 or 2 spaces filled. So not filling those 2 spots and giving up for scholarships won't really negatively impact your business, because if they're not going to be filled, might as well offer a scholarship for that class. And then once you have the information, the dates, the times, the age group for that class, we input it into a spreadsheet, and then we share that spreadsheet to the social workers that we work with, and then they find students that would be best fitted for that class.
That's great. And what kinds of activities are you looking to bring to this program? You've got sewing, you've got technology. Are there other things that in your research you've found these would be important activities to open up these kids to?
I mean, really, we just want a wide variety of classes. Like, we've been trying to get dance classes, art classes, theater classes, just really anything that can help enrich these students' lives.
And we know that there's so many different interests that elementary school students have, so there really is no type of class that there isn't going to be a student that's interested in it.
Yeah.
So we just want a wide variety so that everyone can participate and enjoy themselves.
Now, as seniors, you will be graduating soon, but you, of course, would like to see Learning Link continue past your time at high school.
That
So
would be the
what are
goal,
some of
yeah.
the challenges that are in your way to allowing it to be sustainable past your time here at high school?
Yeah, so right now we're kind of serving as the middleman between the social workers we work with and the small local businesses. So that's a big issue. So we're kind of communicating in between the two aspects. So being able to find a way around that would definitely help the longevity of our project.
That's great. Anything else in terms of the sustainability that you're looking for from people in the community?
Yeah, I mean, also, so if a business doesn't offer a full 100% scholarship, we cover the remaining whatever percent it is. If it's a 90%, we'll cover the remaining 10%. So a money aspect is also important. We did some fundraising last year, so we have a fund that we're pulling from. If the small businesses don't offer 100% scholarship, but it's not going to be infinite and it won't last forever.
Sure.
So
What were some of the fundraising activities that you put together to make that happen?
It was primarily just reaching out to family, friends, just explaining our project and seeing if anyone was willing to donate. And it was pretty effective. We raised a good sum of money. But, I mean, we still, if we want to have it continue and go on past our graduation, we're going to need some more
Some more fun.
Yeah.
Some more money.
Yeah.
You hear that? They need money for this wonderful project. Now, what has been the result that you have seen? You've seen kids who've gotten to take these classes. I assume you've had responses from either the children themselves or their families. Can you share some of that with us to just show us what it's been like?
I mean, we've really gotten so much positive feedback from the social workers who are relaying messages from the families, from the business owners who are having these students in their classes. We've received pictures. I remember we got a picture of this one girl who was in a sewing class with her holding up her doll. And it was just like, it was so impactful to see how much this means to these students, and that it's what might just seem like a small thing to go after school and make a doll is so meaningful to these kids. And it's so important that they have this opportunity that other students have.
So now I'd like to hear actually from each one of you, because you've each taken this journey not only as a group but also individually from your freshman year to now. Jack, I'll start with you. What are you walking away with after these 4 years of putting this together? What are you personally walking away with, and how is it going to affect you as you go forward?
Yeah. I think I'm walking away with the fact that helping out these less fortunate students can make such a large impact in their lives. And I love to continue to do similar things and impact people that are less fortunate than I am, and just see if I can make their life any better by just giving up some of my time or some generosity.
That's great.
Yeah.
Porter, same question.
Yeah, I mean, this process has just been really like a fully enriching experience, just being able to be involved in your community and having such a meaningful impact. It's really been a huge part of my high school career, and I wouldn't trade it for anything else. It was really amazing.
That's fantastic. And Kate,
I
same
mean,
question.
what Jack and Porter said, it really just has been such a meaningful experience to learn about what these students, like how much these experiences mean to them. And then also for me, I feel like I've really learned a lot about problem solving and like outreach to the community. Like I really do feel like it's taught me a lot about moving on into the real world and job search and college. And I do think that this process and OCRA in general is such a good program that prepares you so well for the world.
That's really wonderful. Well, thank you for sharing your project with us today, the Learning Link. And if they want to get in touch with you about maybe being a part of this program, hopefully they can get in touch with us here at LMC or reach out to you at the high school, and we'll get some more local businesses involved with this wonderful program. Jack, Porter, Kate, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thanks so much for listening and watching, and we hope to see you back with us next time.
Thank you for listening to the LMC Cast Community Profiles, produced at LMC Media's studio on the Avenue. Visit lmcmedia.org to book your time in this state-of-the-art convenient location, walkable from the Metro North train station on Mamaroneck Avenue. You can also support this nonprofit media center at lmcmedia.org/donate.